Good morning, children. Now, today we come to the next subtopic in the lesson motion and time, and that is the sums based on the formula speed is equal to distance upon time. Now, last time we solved two very simple sums from the textbook. Now, today we come to another sum which is a little more complex compared to the previous ones. So before we begin with the sum, let us just go through this formula and understand it very well. So we know that speed is the distance traveled by a body per unit time. That means speed is distance divided by time. Now the unit used to measure distance, normally a bigger unit, is kilometer. And when distance is in kilometers, time is measured in hours. So the unit of speed is kilometer per hour. Now distance can also be measured with a smaller basic unit, which is meter, and a smaller basic unit for time is second. So the unit of speed is meter per second, which is a basic unit, and a bigger unit is kilometer per hour. Okay, so remember that when distance is in kilometers, time has to be in hours. So that time speed will be in kilometers per hour. That's the unit of speed. When distance is in meters, time should be in seconds. So that time the unit of speed becomes meter per second. So speed is distance upon time. From this formula, we can say that distance is nothing but speed multiplied by time. Okay, so you keep distance on this side only of the equal to sign, and you keep speed on the left side, and this divided by time, when you take on this side, it becomes multiplied by time. Okay, now from here we can also say that time is distance divided by speed. So you keep time here only, you keep distance here, and you take this speed multiply by this side, it becomes divided by. So we have three formulae here from one common one. Speed is distance upon time, distance is speed multiplied by time, and time is distance divided by speed. Is that clear? Now we are going to use these formulae to solve the sums. Now I will read the sum first. This is the fifth sum in the textbook. Okay, I will read it now. Carefully, we will understand it also. The odometer of a car. Now, odometer is the device in the car which helps you to measure the distance traveled. So that odometer will give you a reading when you sit in the car. Okay, and then when you cover a particular distance, it will give you a different reading. So the final reading minus the initial reading will give you the distance that you actually cover. So odometer, remember, is the device in a vehicle which helps you to measure the distance, and that distance is in kilometers. So the odometer of a car reads 57,321 kilometers when the clock shows the time 8:30 a.m. What is the distance moved by the car if at 8:50 a.m. the odometer reading has changed to 57,336 kilometers? Calculate the speed of the car in kilometers per minute during this time. Express the speed in kilometers per hour also. Now we are going to understand this sum first so that you can solve it very easily. So the person now sits in the car, and when the person sits in the car, the reading on the odometer is 57,321 kilometers. So this is the distance, and when the person sits in the car, the reading on the odometer is 57,321. And at that time, it is seen that the person notes down the time and it is 8:30. So the person enters the car, it is 8:30 at that time, and the reading on the odometer is 57,321 kilometers. Now the car starts moving. Now as the car starts moving, it is seen that at 8:50, the reading on the odometer, which was 57,321, now becomes 57,336 kilometers. Okay? So here we have two instances. One instance, the person enters the car, he notes down the time, it is 8:30, and the reading on the odometer is 57,321. Now the car has started moving, the car has started going further. So at 8:50, when the person notes down the time, the odometer reading is 57,336. You have to find the speed of the car. So to find speed, you have to use the formula. Speed is distance divided by time. So first, let us see what is the distance. So the distance covered by the car will be the final reading of the odometer, that's 57,336, minus the initial reading on the odometer, 57,321. Okay? So when you subtract, you will get 5, 6 minus 1 is 5, 3 minus 2 is 1, 3 minus 3 is 0, 7 minus 0, 7 is 0, 5 minus 5 is 0. So you get 15 kilometers. So the distance here is 15 kilometers. And this distance is covered in how much time? From 8:30 to 8:50 is 20 minutes. So 8:50 minus 8:30 is 20 minutes. Or if you look at your watch, from 8:30 to 8:50 it is 20 minutes. So time is 20 minutes. Now normally kilometers, when distance is in kilometers, you cannot have time in minutes. It should be in hours. But here in the sum they have told you that calculate the speed of the car in kilometers per minute. So we will leave it like this only, since they have told us to leave it like this. Okay? I'll just go through this part again, then we'll solve this. The odometer of a car reads 57,321 kilometers at 8:30 a.m. So when the person sits in the car, it is 8:30 and the reading on the odometer is 57,321. Now the car starts moving further and covers some distance. So later at 8:50, when the person notes down the time, the reading on the odometer is 57,336 kilometers. So you have to calculate the speed of the car. So speed is distance divided by time. Now what is the distance? Distance is the final reading minus the initial reading. So we get 15 kilometers. And time is from 8:30 to 8:50. 8:30 to 8:50 is 20 minutes. So you get 15 divided by 20. 5 3s are 15. 5 4s are 20. So 3/4 is nothing but 0.75 kilometers per minute. Now how did I get this 0.75? It's 3 divided by 4. So since 3 is smaller than 4, you put a decimal point and you put a 0. 4 7s are 28. 2 remains, put a 0. 4 5s are 20. So you get 0.75 kilometers per minute. So we have found the speed of the car in kilometers per minute. Now we have to convert this 0.75 kilometers per minute to kilometers per hour. Now how to convert? Now we are going to convert this 0.75 kilometers per minute to kilometers per hour. So you write this number as it is. So you have 0.75 and here you have kilometer on the left and you have to keep it as kilometer only. So you do not do anything with this kilometer. Okay, 0.5 kilometer, you have to leave as kilometer only. So don't do anything to this number, divided by. Now you have to convert per minute means 1 minute. You have to see how many hours it is. Now to convert, I'll show you a very easy method. So the biggest unit of time is hours, smaller than that is minutes, and still smaller is seconds. When you move from left to right, you have to multiply. From left, when you move to right, you have to multiply. And from right, when you move to left, you have to divide. Now, 1 minute you want to convert to hours. Minute is here and hours is here. Okay? Now, you know that 1 hour is 60 minutes and 1 minute is 60 seconds. Now, you want to convert the minutes to hours. So, minute is here and hours is here. So, between minute and hour there is a 60. So, 1 minute you have to divide by 60. Now, why do you divide? You're dividing because you're moving from right to the left. From minute, which is on the right, you're moving to hours, which is on the left. So, you divide. And you divide it by 60 because between minute and hour there is just 160. Okay? So, you get 0.75 divided by 1 upon 60. So, you get 0.75 multiply by 60 upon 1. So, 0.75 I can write as 75 divided by 100 into 60. So, this 0 and this 0 will cancel. 5 2s are, 5 1s are, 5 5s are, 2 1s are, 2 3s are. So, when I multiply, I will get 3 5s are 15, 3 and 1 4. So, I will get 45 kilometers per hour. Is that clear? So, 0.75 kilometers per minute is nothing but 45 kilometers per hour.